Windy, goes without saying, congratulations, mate. Another shot at a grand final against North Launceston, a game full of seesawing momentum swings today. You must be, is relief the right word at the moment, or is it just...
When it's a close game and you've got two balls going at each other like they were today, certainly a bit of relief towards the end, or it could have went either way. So, it was just one of those days where it went our way, then went their way, and to get to move forward into the grand final, it's a great opportunity for the club.
That flurry of goals in the third quarter really seemed to change the game, as I said, quite a few momentum swings. What was the catalyst from your end that really sparked that little run of goals?
I think Siggins going into the ruck certainly got us a bit of a spark, and he started getting a hold of the ball, and we might give it away in the ruck with his ruck work, but he bounces and hits the ground running, so he becomes another midfielder. So I thought that worked really well for us, and Hayden Smith went forward and made a few really good contests as that bigger player. So I think Siggins probably turned the game a bit for us in the third.
That second quarter, Launceston had quite a few opportunities to really hit the scoreboard, probably didn't capitalise. You guys were able to in that flurry in the third term. Do you think that was probably one of the more decisive factors in the game?
Yeah, look, they certainly had us under the pump, and and they were under pressure. But they were getting a lot of opportunities to score, and I suppose the scoreboard pressure certainly puts a lot more pressure on you around the ground and the way you play, and they probably weren't able to get that. So, and then they come out firing in the third, so then we had to sort of try and claw that back. So, I thought it was a really good contest.
Launceston really stuck a few goals late in that game. I'm sure there were probably a few nervous moments on the bench as the clock ran down.
Yeah, look, I actually thought we had the game okay and under control. Then I looked up and it was 6 points, and I thought, well, that went pretty quick. So then the panic station started kicking in. But to the boys' credit, I think they another shot on goal and scored a point, and were able to hold off and just settle the game down a little bit. Obviously they could have won the game late in the game. So I think to beat Launceston, I think was a major win for us, because I actually rated them really highly. They had some really good players out there, and we're trying to get their younger players deep in the forward line to get a contest on them, and we're able to do that at different stages. But they've got some fantastic players, and that's a good win by the boys.
Just touched on Sam Siggins a little bit earlier, that move with him into the middle. Nick Ragulioni, I thought, had some really important moments, largely in defence, but also when he went forward. He's a real asset at the moment. Looks to be in some really good form.
Yeah, well, he didn't go forward at all today. He ran off the half-back flank, which was, that's what we want him to do. He can get up the ground, and he loves to kick a goal. And I think he kicked 3 from the forward line last week. I might have kicked 2, maybe 1 or 2 today. We had a couple of shots anyway, but his run and carry from the back half was really good, and that's what we want him to do moving forward, to back himself in and get down the ground and try and snag a goal.
Alex Saunders, I thought, was really competitive all day, but I thought Reece Sutton in that second half really took his game to another level as well.
Yeah, Reece is just slowly coming back from that head knock that he got earlier in the year, and probably the last 4 or 5 weeks he's just been building on it, and I thought today he certainly stepped back up to playing his best footy, and that will hold us in good stead going into the next game. And Saunders and Henry as well. I thought they had some really good moments, and Henry stayed in contests longer, and he didn't get any clean disposals too often, but he's always got someone hanging off him. But I think he was able to just get handballs out and make good choices, and got guys out on the outside.
Obviously today was a do-or-die game, but how important is it that Josh McGuinness has a game under his belt heading into a grand final next week?
And look, we didn't rest him at all through the game. We rotated him as per usual, and so that's great to get him through the game. And look, I think in the first half he was really good steadying influence, and probably late in the game he had a little bit of influence in the game as well. But good to get him back on the park. He certainly just reads the play so well. So yeah, pretty pleased with that one.
It's the third straight All-Bomber Grand Final, Windy. It's becoming a sort of same old story, but you're hoping it won't be that way next week. Do you think out of the last, I guess this would be the third, do you think this is your time?
Well, certainly not my time. Could be the club's time, but we'll certainly go in there and back ourselves in to win the game. We certainly we won't go in there and just go through the motions. So. I think we've had two wins each this year, and obviously they got the second semi-final, which is the big one to get into the grand final. But I think we match up on them well. We'll have to fix up a few things from the second semi that we got wrong. So we'll start that tomorrow morning, and then we'll just have a focus on how we want to play. I thought we played our footy a lot better today.
And one last one for me, Tyler Martin, late inclusion into the team, had a few moments that he really did contribute. I guess for him moving into next weekend, I know Jeremiah Perkins was laid out today. Some good to have some selection headaches this time of year.
Oh, absolutely, and it's good to have our twos playing the prelim as well. So they're coming fresh off, a full run into this game as well. So if we decide to make any changes, they've been playing footy all the way through, and they've been playing good footy, but. Martin gives us a little bit of a difference up forward, and while he didn't influence the game a great deal today, he can actually jump on Blake's heads and take hangers and kicks the ball 60 or 70 metres. So there could be another headache for him for teams to try and shut him down.